Hello. All right. Part two. If you haven't seen part one, check my other video. And I'm here to give you a quick little reading again, continuation to part one. On part one, just to make it brief, go watch it to get the full deets, but there is a third party situation. So we're going to dive deep to find out, just because we can, just because I can. Let me tell you about this person's personality. What is up with this person? What's going on? And what is the news that your person is going to be coming forth with? So, Spirit, first of all, let's start with telling the collective. Let's see. Okay, Spirit. What's going on between the collective's partner and the third party? So we're starting with the Hermit. Yeah, you better hide, bitch. Sorry, I had to say that. Hermit. Okay, so the desire for solitude, self-reflection, introspection, and becoming aware, knowing themselves, inner guidance, spiritual illumination, and isolating themselves to meditate. Oh, yeah. The shit's becoming real, isn't it? There we go. Too late now. The jig is up. 10 of Pentacles. So that's a completion. So there's going to be... Oh, I see. So this person, this third party was after your inheritance, collective. This third party is after your inheritance. They want to be you. They wanted to take your place. Oh my gosh. They were hoping for an unexpected windfall by being with your person. Yeah, old money, old family home, happy ending, long-term family and financial stability. Yeah, that's what they're in search for. They are in search of, they're a gold digger. This third party is a gold digger. And how many third parties do you know that aren't gold diggers? Like, come on, really? They're always after something for themselves. Like, who else would go after a freaking loser that lies, and cheats, and like, what kind of integrity? I would never want to be with somebody who does that. No way. Would you go after, if you were single, after a person that was already in a relationship and break it up when there's like 100 other people in the world that might be just for you? Why would you stoop so low to do something like that? Jezebel, shame on you. Shame on all you Jezebels. I'm sorry, but that's my stance on it. No way, man. Four of Swords. Yeah, so this person is trying to call it truce, okay? They're trying to take a break to breathe. There's a lot of mental overload, stress, anxiety, and fear, like I said in the other reading, right? In the part one, go see part one if you haven't watched it. Yeah, they're in need of solitude and relaxation. Oh, okay. So somebody here in that dynamic between your person and that Jezebel are going to be... Oh my God. Okay, there was some planning going on. Obviously, they were working in cahoots together and planning something, but something happened. So this person, the third party who is interfering in your relationship, collective, Spirit is telling me that this person is going to perhaps be hospitalized, okay? They are going to be receiving, yeah, this person has been stressed. Whoever has been stressed with a lot of anxiety, okay, be it your person or the third party, I don't know which one is like really stressed right now, maybe both of them. One of them is going to be hospitalized. Like they're gonna fall ill due to their stress and anxiety. And you know how stress does a lot of stuff to your body. This person's gonna fall ill, so you'll know who it is. If you don't know who it is, if the name doesn't come forth, you're gonna find out, because somebody, one of them, That's karma. Sorry. You reap what you sow. And then with the Queen of Cups, yeah, so your person's hoping to come forth with the Queen of Cups energy here. They're going to try and display themselves as being sensitive with some deep feelings and emotion towards you. Okay. Yeah, but they're going to offer you a cup. Okay, so they're going to give you a little bit of an offering of some sort. But again, like part 1. Watch out for hidden interests or there's something hidden. They're not divulging everything. You're not going to know the full story, but you're going to know that they're still withholding, okay? They're still withholding something. All right. They had lots of options, okay? They were living in a fantasy world with a 7 of Cups, making decisions. There was lots of multiple possibilities, opportunities. This person was a swinger, not a swinger in that sense, but they were a player, sorry. They were a player. They're perhaps flirtatious here, looking at all the choices and options that they had. They felt like they could pick and choose and do what they want, but these were unrealistic, okay? Spirit is telling me that, this did nothing but cause confusion in the life. And the King of Cups just flew so perfectly. I wish you could see this. It just fell on top, just like that, on top of this pile, on top of anything, okay? Creative intelligence. When I see this card, it is a card of emotional manipulation. So, with the King of Cups here, this person is going to come across as a mature and emotionally stable person, okay? So they're going to come across as if, hey, it's not what you think, it's not that bad. They're going to try and take control over their emotions and try and control your emotions, okay? Because again, creative intelligence, manipulative. Yeah, they're going to come across as being, we have a history and, we're so close and, I'm sure we can get through this. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay. All right. So basically, watch out because this person is going to come and try and manipulate the situation. They're just going to offer you whatever. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. Okay. Now we got the 4 of Cups here. Spirit is telling you that you've been ignoring the red flags. Okay. They've been trying to show you the signs, but you refuse to see it there. You're just sitting there in your power thinking, what's going on. You're staring at the other 3 cups. And this Spirit is telling me that this is not the first time that this person, with the 3 cups there, Spirit is saying, look, they're doing it again. They're doing it again. You were right the first 3 times. They're doing it again. They're doing it again. Look, they're doing it again. Pay attention, okay? Pay attention. Sorry. Yeah, broken heart. Whatever it is going to lead into a broken heart. This news is going to come in fast, like I said with the 8 of Wands earlier. And with the Death card, it's going to be the end of a cycle. Whatever this is, it's some collaboration to do with the work environment. Okay? This person has been juggling. Things have not been balanced, okay? Yeah, complications. There needs to be some balance in the midst of change. There's lots of gains and losses that went on due to this circumstance. Okay, tell me about the Jezebel. I don't want to know about this anymore. We all know. Okay, so it's confirmed, confirmed, confirmed. I want to know about the Jezebel. What can you tell me, Spirit? Yeah. So I got the Star card, so something is going to come out. There's going to be something that's going to come out in the open. Some inner clarity. It's also a card of having faith and hope, okay? And something is going to be illuminated, so you will be finding out. And yeah, collective, last stand again with the 9 of Wands coming up again. This person is close to success. They're gaining the courage and trying to persevere and come forth and stand their ground so that they can give you this message. And with the Wheel of Fortune, there's going to be a turning point after you receive this message. There's going to be a change in destiny, turning points. There's going to be some decisive moments that are need to be looked into. Whatever it is, it's going to end up good in your favor, okay? Collective, you are going to end up okay. With the Knight of Wands here, yep, so your person has been playing the field. That's a card of being a player. This person is a dictator and unjust, manipulative. They have lack of structure and they abuse their power. They thought they could pull the wool over your eyes, collective, but they couldn't. So now they're in the with the King of Pentacles here. This person is basically, yeah, they're looking to, okay, so the King of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups together. Okay, so somebody is going to be abandoning they invested in something for a long time, or they invested in this individual for a long time, and now they're going to be abandoning and withdrawing and walking away and letting go of this relationship. There's going to be some form of a breakup, escapism, or moving on, and this is like them moving away from the third party. So there is going to be third party removal again. The third party is not happy about it. They're going to be very defensive and persistent and fighting for what they think is right, okay? They are going to try and fight for your person, but your person's walking away. They don't want anything to do. Again, there we go, another transition card. So the 6 of Swords. So letting go, hatred, moving on, leaving behind, relief and journey. So it looks like your person is, obviously, if they're coming back with a confession, then they realize what they did was wrong. I'm going to pull up the big guns and then we'll wrap it up here. If you need an extension to this reading, just send me an email, tarotscope1138@gmail.com. If you feel this reading is for you, but this reading is not for everyone. Again, it's a collective reading. There's only way for you to know if this reading is really for you is for you to book a reading with me, okay? And I can, dive deeper into it. But hang on there for a second. Oops, excuse me. I'm going to pull this out. Okay, we're going to pull up the big boys. Or maybe these guys. One more. I'd like to know more about this Jezebel. Well, basically, she's a loser. He's a loser. Jezebella. All right. Tell me about Jezebel. What can you tell us about Jezebel? Oh, someone is keeping an eye on you. So this third party has been spying on you, collective. Someone's got their eyes on you and they're doing research on you. Well, la-di-da. Let them. What else? Tell me something else about this person. Spirit is telling you to use your intuition, okay? The red flags that you are ignoring now are going to come back and bite you in the ass later. So make sure you don't ignore your intuition. And liar, liar, pants on fire. Be careful of someone sneaky. That says it all. So this has to do with your third party situation there. Not yours, but. So whoever this person is, they're spying on you. This third party. Spirit is telling you to use your intuition because you are being lied to right now. And someone is being sneaky. So obviously your person is sneaking around with someone else. This Jezebel. What do you have to say? Okay. I want to know what your person has to say about all of this. That's a lot of decks I'm pulling out today. I mean, I can go on longer, but you guys don't have an attention span, so I can't. TikTok is quick, you know? All right, let's see. I'm pulling 3 cards, Spirit, and I want you in these 3 cards to tell me what the heck is going on in the collective person's mind right now. What were they thinking? And what do they plan to do? Okay, 5 cards. 5 cards. We'll take 5. Oh, here's one. Oh, there it is. You got the spy card again. Someone's watching you. You have a whole group of people watching you. Look at that. The peanut gallery. Hello. I see you. Okay. So, Spirit is telling you to guard your privacy, okay? Don't keep your secrets close to your chest and protect yourself, okay? And your privacy. Because, yeah, this person's spying on you, and whatever you're doing, they're just soaking it all in. I don't know what the point of that is. What are they going to gain from that? Gee, I don't know. Who cares? Anyways. All right. So, in our greed, we lost sight of what really mattered. The more we chased, the further apart we grew until the bond we had was gone. So that's how your person feels towards a third party, okay? So the bond with the third party is gone. What else is going on with it? I don't care about you, collective. You're fine. I want to know what's going on with these 2. I became inspired by your presence, your energy, and your beauty. Without you, I am missing my tools to create a life beyond materialism. Yet, in my pursuit of material success, I left little room for our connection to grow. So your person has been inspired by your presence and your energy, collective, and your beauty. And now they're beginning to realize that they're missing out on a good thing. La-di-da. I can't help but want you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You're all I think about when I am alone and I'm lost in my thoughts. Our twin flame connection drives me insane. So now they're waking up and they realize they made a mistake. Spirit guide, I want to know why they did this. Why did they do it? What did they do? They were in search of happy endings, okay? But what they realized is that it's all a fairy tale. Whatever they were looking for out there was not what they thought, okay? And they realized that there was something between you both, but the rumors feel overwhelming. The damage is done, but not by what was said, but what was left unsaid. All right. So this person now is beginning to realize that there is something between the 2 of you, that you know, the rumors are feeling overwhelming. The damage is done. So like I said, that circle of drama, something's coming out in the open, and they're just looking for some harmony and peace right now, okay? They're looking for some harmony and peace, and hoping that some simple acts of kindness will help return you back to that state of celebrating each other again, okay? And last but not least, okay? Yeah, so Spirit is telling you to, yeah, so there's been a lot of public scrutiny in regards to your person, okay? And they have been questioning their worth and motives. So now they have to face public opinion and challenges and resolve the problem. People are beginning to talk. This person's reputation is mud. Whether this person or your person knows it or not, it's mud, okay? All right, so they've been chasing material gain. They're chasing rainbows at the cost of deeper connections. They valued the little shiny prize over the emotional bond. And they prioritized, you know, that new toy over their heart, okay? So rather than them protecting what you have, they decided to go looking for something shiny in you. And advice from Spirit here. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Like, this is a hard one. Like, if this is your reading, please reach out. I'll give you a quick little clarification as to what is going on. It's plain black and white. This person's going to approach you, okay? Okay. There is going to be a resolution, okay, to this problem, whatever is going on. So whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way that we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. So whatever comes out of this, whether you decide to stay or go, just know that things are going to resolve themselves, okay? It's also telling you to take action, okay? So taking action, so it's time to implement some long-cherished ideas. You're on the right track toward making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people and circumstances and resources are going to be sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand, okay? So Spirit is telling you if you need to take action and move on, move forward, go ahead and do that, okay? I don't know what else to say. Anyways, that's it. That's your reading. Then I'm sorry to hear about this. And if, again, this is for only somebody who knows this is going on. If you're not sure if it's your person or not, then it's not your reading, okay? This reading is only meant for someone who knows that there is a third party or suspects of one already or have seen some form of proof or evidence, or they just know, okay? This is not for somebody. I don't want to feed your delulu, okay, your delusions. So anyways, that's it. That's all I have for you right now. If you need to book a reading, Taroscope1138@gmail.com. Send me an email and see you in the cards. Have a great day. God bless and see you soon. Bye-bye.